So this week's question is about intercalation. So to intercalate or to not to intercalate? Mo, did you intercalate?
I intercalated, yeah.
Yeah, I intercalated, so sound. Intercalate. That's it.
This week's question is all about intercalation.
To intercalate or not to?
We are not intercalated.
None of us intercalated, so we're all in our fifth year, went straight through.
So I chose not to intercalate between third and fourth year.
So intercalation, yeah, it's really exciting. I think I've always wanted to do it, to be honest.
So we both intercalated last year between third and fourth year. It was the first year that they moved it between third and fourth year. It used to be fourth and fifth year. I really liked intercalating. I did an MPhil in child health, which is great.
So I did the LLM, which is like the medical law masters in Liverpool.
So yeah, I intercalated biomedical sciences and translational medicine. It was a master's of research. I did it at University of Liverpool.
Yeah, and I intercalated in sports and exercise medicine and did it at the University of Nottingham.
So we both intercalated at the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine. Both did international public health, but with slightly different modules.
Reasons why you should intercalate: one, get to focus on an area that you really like for a year. Doesn't have to just be research, can be education related, can be specialty related.
2, it gives you a break from medicine.
3, you can make loads of new friends. Even if you're staying at your university, there'll be loads of new people joining your course. Some of them aren't medics, and some of them are medics in other years that you'll meet.
You get to just choose a project and do research for a year. It's very like you're on your own, which has pros and cons. Like you are literally on your own and you've got a supervisor to help you, but you have to like do everything yourself and be very proactive and email people and like use your initiative, because you're not always, your supervisor's very busy and things. But you do actually get to do proper research, and at the end of it you've like produced something, and that's like you've done that, which is nice. But also you have to be very like organised, and like you have to set your own deadlines and things. So yeah, that's just the MPhil, which not many people do. Like it's not a very popular one.
Let's say you want to apply to a specialty that's quite competitive. Intercalation gives you a precious amount of time to gather things for your portfolio. If you need to get involved in research, whether that's a competitive medical or surgical specialty, and it gives you sort of an ability to maintain connections that you can use for the rest of your career.
I think also you get to do something, I think you've already mentioned it, something that you actually enjoy doing. I love sports, and sports been my life and like since day one, and learning about, I don't know, the nutritional aspect of it, the sports exercise aspect of it, learning about the anatomy, so like I don't know, cadavers, naming each muscle, etc. Yeah, something that you love doing, you can actually focus on it for a year.
I would do it again, like it was so good.
Definitely.
And I learned so much.
If you can afford to do it, then it's definitely something to consider. Because bear in mind, you do have to put yourself through another year of uni.
Yeah.
So you have to have the means to do so. Obviously there's grants and bursaries and whatever. I think you get an experience in things you don't get as much of it in medical school.
Yeah.
So for me, mainly academic writing.
Yeah.
We don't do masses of, you do sort of research projects and things, but it's more of an aside or a part of the year, whereas we were writing essays every 2 weeks.
And we got taught how to do that.
Yeah, we got
a lot of time and went into making sure we produced good pieces of work and learning things from the beginning again, and I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
I also feel like I'd get really good experience in writing, grant formation, scholarship applications, lab skills, publication, presenting. I just feel like lots of the extra things that are required for a really strong specialty application are achievable during an intercalated year.
It's all transferable skills, isn't it? It's never not going to be useful having intercalated,
definitely.
even if you've done it in the most random thing in the world.
It is nice, like it's a bit of like a breath of fresh air to like just go and do something different. And then by the end of the year, like I remember thinking like I really like this. I quite like research. I enjoy doing it, but I was like excited to come back into medicine. And you come back in with a bit of a spring in your step, and then you get hit with like so much work, and you're like, oh my god.
You quickly
lose it. But yeah, I was excited to come back in, and you kind of like see medicine from a different perspective, having done something different.
Yeah.
I think for me as well, it just matured me so much. I think a year is such a long time to mature yourself, and coming back to fifth year doing medicine and just having a whole new outlook. Like I enjoyed coming back to medicine.
Yeah.
Like, after 4 years, I got tired.
True. Yeah, because you do
so
get
tired of medicine, and like coming back, it's like new eyes, fresh start. So
It's difficult to say if I'd recommend anyone doing it, just because we did ours like during the pandemic, so like everything was online, so we didn't actually like meet anyone in person, we didn't meet anyone on the course. Like the only people we really spoke to were the people we already knew from medicine. So I think it made it a bit more stressful. Like I found it really hard, but that's because it was like something completely new. You do have to do a lot of reading, a lot of writing, which I kind of knew about before I did it, but like I didn't really consider it that hard. I just thought, okay, well, lots of people are intercalating, I'll intercalate, and then forgot about the fact that I actually have to then go and do the work and like do a lot of reading and writing, which we haven't really done in medicine. Like it is very, very different. Just actually read up on the course that you're gonna do. Yeah. And like look at whether it's exams or like coursework, if you would prefer one or the other, like how long it's gonna last. Like maybe in hindsight, I think I would have preferred to do like a BSc and then have my summer off, because we were still writing our dissertations. Like when we started medicine, we were still writing them. So yeah, that wasn't great. Yeah.
Being a medical student is rough, man. Like you need some respite away from it. Intercalation can often provide that. Yeah. Sometimes intercalations can be quite rough as well, but they're often essay based. There's a lot more time. There's a lot more free time. And again, like Danny was saying, come back to medicine with new enthusiasm, and that's good for you and for your patients later on.
I knew that I would probably not be able to go through med school, go through the 5 years without doing something different. So I think that's one really good and fair reason, I think, to intercalate, is if you want to focus on something other than clinical medicine for a year.
I think my favourite thing about it was just like having a lot of your own time. Like you're obviously not on placement, and even though you have work to be doing, like you get to decide when you do it, like when you want to write your essays, how much you want to read. Like it is really down to you how you want to spend your day. Especially during COVID, we'd have like 6 contact hours a week and all online, so the rest of the time is just yours to do whatever you wanted, which is actually really nice, which I kind of miss now. Yeah. Which I guess is not for everyone as well, because like some people might really hate that and feel like they're not going to get anything done if like...
Yeah, like people who want to be given a routine, placement is much better for that.
Yeah.
A big part of why people did intercalation was because of points. Yeah. And I'd be lying. I think we'd be lying if we said we did it.
If that wasn't part of our decision. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Exactly. And it is a lot of money doing intercalation as well.
It is.
I think you don't get points for it anymore, and then obviously living off the NHS bursary for 2 years is not a vibe.
You know, looking back on sort of making that decision, I think a lot of people said that if you were doing it solely for the points and didn't know what you wanted or what you were interested in, then don't do it. It would be a waste of time. And you know, just being completely honest here, if I would have done it, I would have done it for the points. So just based on that, I decided not to do it. Yeah, I just wanted to jump straight into 4th year and just get it done.
But then for our year, obviously they changed it so that you did it before 4th year, and that was the thing that changed it for me, because like I was just at the end of 3rd year, I was just like, I just want to get through. Like I just felt like I had this momentum, and I was like, I just need to keep going, get my finals done. I think it's so difficult to take that year out and like lose a lot of that knowledge. Like you have a lot of work to get yourself back to the level I think that you were at. If it had been a choice for us to do after 4th year, or like commonly done, I probably would have done it. But
yeah, it definitely is like a lot harder than what you think to come back. Like especially the first couple of months, you're like trying to get back into medicine, like trying to catch up. And then you feel like the year below you who have joined your year like know way more than you do.
Yeah, they're very fresh from 3rd year. And you're kind of like, oh my god, I feel like I'm starting from scratch.
So I don't know if I believe this whole like,
I feel okay now, but still,
it like
I feel like
takes a
still
while.
Anything that I've not looked over this year from 3rd year, it still feels like a very, very long time ago.
Yeah.
So am I worried coming back to medicine after a year away? Yeah, 100%. I've been on summer and I'm already worried that I've lost what I've learned over 3rd year, to be honest. I'm really nervous, I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be quite a culture shock, I think. Going back to kind of clinical medicine and talking to patients and seeing patients with certain diseases and being grilled by consultants again. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm not sure if I'll have the right amount of knowledge to sit finals, but it's just one of those, you know, bridges that you cross when you get there, I suppose. I think it'll all be worth it in the end.
Yeah, I won't underestimate momentum in med school. Like taking a year out does make a difference. A lot of intercalators coming back do struggle in that first few months to get back into it. Like I liked having that sort of momentum going straight from 3rd year into 4th. It was like a seamless transition.
There was absolutely nothing that I thought I was going to be interested in. I would have just been picking a degree for the sake of it, and I think it's definitely not worth it for that, because you could end up spending a year just like not enjoying it,
you've like put yourself in like a difficult financial situation. All your friends are then graduating a year earlier. Like
a lot of people are going away to intercalating, aren't you? Like Manchester, London, like going to different unis.
Yeah, I think if you're that kind of person, it'd be good. I mean, personally, I couldn't like uproot myself. Is that the word? Like, yeah.
Ella won't be able to leave me through
uprooting your life in Liverpool that you've spent like 3 years getting yourself to like a good place in, to then like go to a new city. Like it suits some people and it doesn't suit others. Like I think it would give me a breakdown.
Let's hope you don't get far away deedering.
Me, I was going to intercalate if they did a 1-year course in psychology, just because I think I want to go into psych, but that wasn't an option, so I was like, there's nothing really again like that I was like interested in.
But then, question, do you feel like we've gone too fast, has not gone very quickly through med school? Are you sad to be leaving?
Obviously sad to be leaving Liverpool, but I think I'm ready to earn some money.
I'm ready for like a new chapter, like try something new. Yeah, definitely, I really need to have my own money now. At the start of this year, I thought, oh my god, I'm so not ready to like be an F1 in 9 months. But not so I'm ready now, but as in I'm ready to not be a student, like I'm ready to just give it a crack.
Yeah.
In summary, it's expensive just to live an extra year at uni. We're all skint enough as it is. And if you don't know what you want to do, then what's the point? God, I started talking. Yeah, don't just do it because your friends are doing it.
Yeah, but then also don't just stay because your friends are staying. Like,
yeah, you got to do what's right for you.
Yeah, I think you've got to spend a long time thinking about it. Don't make any rash decisions.
To summarise, I really enjoyed intercalating. New city, new environment, new people, new subjects, new everything. Yeah.
You should intercalate if you've done enough research and you're happy about it and you're happy with the time that you're taking out about it. But of course, more research is needed on this topic. Yeah, you got to intercalate, you got the reference.